There are 6 reasons why you need to avoid Chase credit cards. Chase gets so much praise for their travel benefits, and I mostly agree, but I have to say there are some significant problems that Chase has not solved yet. For example, their cards are missing 2 major everyday spending categories, and the value of award travel is severely reduced by one particular fee. Additionally, there is one sizable group of people that needs to steer clear of Chase credit cards altogether. But listen, if you have a credit card that's been stuck with a low credit limit for multiple years, then you know how hard it can be to make purchases on it without tanking your FICO score. So help yourself out and download my free credit limit increase hacks cheat sheet down below. So let's get started. First is the infamous award travel trap, or what some people like to call aspirational travel. So what exactly is this trap? The award travel trap is a phenomenon that occurs when people are seduced by the allure of free travel rewards like Chase Ultimate Rewards. These programs dangle the promise of free flights to Paris, hotel stays in the Caribbean, and other perks in front of consumers, making them feel like they're getting something for nothing. However, what people often fail to realize is that these rewards come with drawbacks that can diminish their value, such as annual fees, redemption restrictions, and complex redemption processes. And you know, Chase understands that when people see points in their accounts, they have very little understanding of the true dollar value of those points. I just gotta say that most people that I've met out in the wild with Chase Sapphire Preferred cards can't even remember the proper categories to use it in. I mean, it's laughable how little the average person cares about this stuff. They just know that they have a premium travel card with points. The trap lies in the fact that these drawbacks are not always apparent up front and can be buried in the fine print of the credit card agreement. Just take a look at the travel-focused Chase Sapphire cards. They have annual fees of $95 all the way up to $495. That's significant because if you don't use these cards, then you'll be losing money every single year. You're forced to keep them in your wallet rotation or downgrade to one of their no annual fee Freedom cards. Award availability is best described as a fluid situation. The landscape of award bookings on the itinerary you're looking at is going to change from day to day and possibly even from minute to minute. Award seats can be limited, especially during peak travel periods. Holidays are on popular routes. This means that you may not always be able to find award seats for the flights you want, or you may need to be flexible with your travel dates and destinations. Plus, you'll probably need to stick to booking one-way tickets and constantly comparing travel partner point values to Chase's own travel portal point values to find the best deal. And I've noticed that many of the discounts and perks offered through their travel partners are tied to upgrades to higher class flight tickets. While this might be great for some travelers, it can be frustrating for those of us who don't have the budget or desire to spend more on our flights. It's definitely disappointing when you're hoping to take advantage of rewards or discounts, but they're only available if you upgrade, which makes it feel like a bait and switch. Also, some airlines may impose blackout dates during which award seats are not available. These can be especially common during holidays or other busy travel times. And let's not forget that transferring points to partners can take 1 to 7 days for Singapore Airlines and 1 to 2 days for Marriott Bonvoy bookings. And then after you finish the transfer, it's final. Even if you made a mistake, there's no going back. Also, the process of booking award travel can be tedious because it requires you to navigate many different website interfaces to research and compare different booking options. Each airline and award search engine has its pros and cons and quirks to be aware of. That's why many people resort to using full-blown paid services to book award travel, like Point.me, which can save you a bunch of time and frustration. Other people use travel partner lookup tools like this one to determine which airline partner will fit their desired travel route. I'll leave a link to this lookup tool down below. And let's not forget about the hidden cost of award travel. The largest fee to worry about is fuel surcharges. Out of all of Chase's partners, British Airways, Singapore Airlines, and Virgin Galactic all charge these fees, which can be substantial depending on the route, sometimes coming close to the cost of the ticket itself. Lots of people are actually finding that even though there are some drawbacks to Chase's rewards program, the free flights and hotel stays they can earn are totally worth it. And with a little bit of research and planning, you can get the most out of your rewards and avoid running into any problems. Next, I don't know if you noticed this, but Chase is missing a couple of major categories. If you take a look at both Chase Sapphire cards and both Freedom cards, it becomes very obvious that there are no dedicated permanent gas grocery categories. According to JD Power, Americans spend $5,000 per year on gas spending, and for groceries we spend over $5,200 per year, according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. That's about $10,000, you guys. And for those purchases, you should really be getting between 2x to 5x points on that spend, but instead you're getting 1 point per dollar with the Sapphire cards, or 1.5% cash back with the Freedom Unlimited card. For a modern day credit card lineup, that just doesn't cut it. And you might be thinking to yourself, doesn't the Chase Sapphire Preferred card cover groceries? Well, it doesn't. It just covers online groceries. So that really just includes delivery and pickup, which many of us don't do a ton of. You might also say, but the Freedom Flex covers both grocery and gas categories with 5% cash back. Yeah, but the problem is it's on a rotating calendar. So for groceries, that's only for Q1, and for gas, that will likely be for Q3. We all spend in those categories year round, so how is that a big help? Next, these categories are not automatic. They must be activated to earn the bonus, and there's a $1,500 spending cap per quarter. So pardon me if I'm a little less than thrilled about this setup. If you want to make the most of your credit card rewards, consider pairing your Chase cards with at least one card from another credit card system. This will help you fill in the gaps where Chase may fall short. So Chase has long been notorious for its strict 524 rule. This means you cannot have more than 4 open credit card accounts on your credit report within the last 24-month period. This single rule dramatically alters so many people's credit card journey. The 524 rule can also limit your ability to take advantage of lucrative credit card sign-up bonuses, which often require opening new accounts and meeting a minimum spending requirement within a certain time frame. For those of us who are already close to the 524 limit, this rule can be a major barrier to accessing these bonuses and maximizing their rewards earning potential. Additionally, the 524 rule can make it difficult for those who regularly open and close credit cards for rewards to continue to do so, as it may take several years for them to fall down below the 524 limit and become eligible for new credit cards again. Overall, the 524 rule is a significant factor that must be considered when planning your credit card strategy, as it can have a major impact on your ability to earn rewards and build credit. Another downside of the 524 rule is that it can significantly extend the amount of time it takes to reach your credit card goals, because the rules apply to a rolling 24-month period. Even if you stop opening new credit cards, you will still have to wait 2 years for any new accounts to fall off your credit report and bring you below the 524 threshold. That's exactly where I'm at, and I haven't applied for a new card in over 4 months, but because I'm at 924 on my Experian credit report, I won't be below 524 until January of next year. And I was really looking forward to signing up for the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card, since it comes with 1.5% cash back on all purchases and an all-time record high $900 sign-up bonus. And I just checked, and the Chase Inc. Business Premier card currently has a $1,000 sign-up bonus. That's insane, right? I'll leave links down below if you want to check those out. You know, as frustrating as the 524 rule can be, it can also be a good reminder to focus on quality over quantity when it comes to credit cards. Sometimes you can get so caught up in trying to sign up for every new offer that comes your way that you forget to consider which cards are really going to offer you the most value in the long run. For a long time, Chase has been super strict about how they increase credit limits, requiring you to call in and speak to a customer service rep just to request one. To add an insult to injury, they would perform a hard credit pull every single time you initiated a credit limit increase request. The only way around this was to patiently wait until Chase decided you were worthy of a credit limit increase. That's the only situation where you could get an increase with just a soft credit pull. But apparently, they've changed their policy on credit limit increases, and people are reporting that they can now check for an increase within the Chase app without going through a hard credit pull. If you've ever had to deal with Chase's old policy, then you know how frustrating it can be. Having to call customer service and go through a whole process just to request an increase was a major headache. It's worth noting that this feature is still being rolled out, so not everyone may have access to it yet, but it's definitely a step in the right direction, and we can only hope that Chase will continue to make positive changes like this. So out of all the premium cards in Chase's lineup, they have absolutely 2% flat rate cards and no cards that earn 2 points per dollar on all purchases. That's a problem because flat rate cards are an industry standard at this point, and Chase has decided to completely skip that segment of the market. Chase, like any other financial institution, makes decisions on types of credit cards they offer based on a variety of factors such as customer demand, market trends, and profitability. It's possible that they have determined that 2% flat rate cards are not as profitable or as in demand as other types of credit cards. Additionally, Chase may have found that offering a rewards program with varying levels of rewards for different categories is more appealing to cardholders. My bet is on that. It's also possible that Chase has determined that 2% flat rate cards are not as competitive in the market compared to other types of rewards programs. The credit card industry is highly competitive, and banks are constantly evaluating and adjusting their offerings to remain competitive and meet the needs of their customers. But here's the thing, this assumes that you want to use Chase Ultimate Rewards points for cashback or through the travel portal, which would earn you a minimum of 1 to 1.5 points per dollar. If you opt to transfer your rewards to one of Chase's travel partners, it could allow you to earn well over 2 points per dollar. Chase Ultimate Rewards points are widely regarded as one of the most valuable and versatile rewards currencies in the industry. You just can't lose sight of that fact. back. Next, the Chase credit card lineup won't be of great value to you if you don't travel much. At this very moment, Chase is a top 5 travel provider, and they aim to generate $15 billion with their travel business by 2025, so it's no wonder why their cards are so targeted towards travelers. Listen, if you're the type of person who likes to do activities in your community or state, that's fine. No judgment here. I'm happy for you. But don't be influenced by everyone on their social media highlight reels traveling to exotic destinations every other week. You have to be honest with yourself and determine how you actually spend your money. If you're more of a semi-local getaway type of person, then you'll likely need a card with bonuses in the gas, groceries, and dining categories. So you could say that the Sapphire cards offer a feature called Pay Yourself Back that gives you elevated rewards on redemptions in certain categories. Let's take the Sapphire Preferred card for example. It only earns 1 point per dollar in the gas and grocery categories, and since the Pay Yourself Back program was gutted, absolutely gutted earlier this year, you're now only earning 1 cent per point on every redemption in those categories. To make things worse, there's no guarantee the program will be around in the long term. And if you're not a traveler, then you won't be using travel partners, the travel portal, travel insurance, or global entry credits. That doesn't make sense for you. That's why cashback rewards are the way to go for some people. Cashback rewards are often more flexible than travel rewards because you can use them for everyday expenses instead of being limited to mostly travel related purchases. Furthermore, cashback rewards can often be simpler and easier to understand than travel rewards. With travel rewards, you may have to navigate complex systems, redemption rules, and other fine print. With cashback rewards, on the other hand, you simply earn a certain percentage back on your purchases, which can be easy to understand and track. There is actually one thing that I rarely see anyone talking about when it comes to award travel, and that is how much time you have to spend searching for award flights, waiting for seats to open up, waiting for transfer bonuses to pop up, or making schedule adjustments around award availability and calculating redemption values for transfer partners versus the Chase travel portal. You really have to ask yourself, what is your time worth? If you have an average income in the US, then it's worth about $50,000 per year or just over $24 per hour. So let's say you spend 2 hours trying to book an award flight. That's like spending almost $50 on your trip. I highly question whether this is a good use of anyone's time. Let's say you're more experienced, so you can do it in just 30 minutes. That's still $12 down the drain. If I had a Chase Sapphire Preferred card, I would just redeem my rewards points through the travel portal, earn the extra 25% bonus, and call it a day. High net worth people tend to value speed and convenience, and I think the Chase travel portal or the cashback approach makes more sense. That allows you to use your time for high leverage activities like reading, goal setting, and exercise. Chase cards have some fairly strict criteria for approval, and you don't want to end up in a situation where you apply for the Chase Sapphire Preferred card you've been hoping for and then get denied. So check out this video next where I go into detail about how you can meet the requirements for any Chase card. Thank you for watching.